Hi everyone, this is Angus here, and today I'm going to give you 5 reasons I regret getting the Insta360 Go 2. So I got the Go 2 about 6 months ago because I wanted a small camera that I could use for cycling and running. I have thoroughly tested this camera in lots of different environments, and unfortunately I've come across a number of issues. So the first main issue I have is technical issues. Connecting to the app is slow and frustrating. I found that my Go 2 will refuse to connect to the case, which is an absolute nightmare. I have been in touch with who I bought it from, Wex Photo Video, and they have asked me to send it to them. So that could be a possibility why I've got all these issues. It gets very hot during recordings and the lens has even fogged up. That's an issue that I never had when I was using my GoPro Hero 4. It's almost a bit too smart for its own good. It's really clever that it has integration with the case and that you use it for storage, but ironically, if it can't connect to the case, then it's an absolute nightmare for filming, and charging is an absolute nightmare. So the second issue I have with the Go 2 is poor low light performance. Yes, it is a tiny camera, so it's going to have a small sensor, but I just found that when I was filming in the forest that the quality was just basically really crap. I was really let down. I found that the shutter speed just wasn't quick enough, and this can film up to 2.7K, so clearly the resolution wasn't an issue. The third main issue I have with the Go 2 is color accuracy. I really don't like that the colors this camera produces. I kind of find it's a little bit similar to Samsung phones. They're exaggerated, a bit too vivid for me. You can customize this in the app, but I even find that the default colors that come straight out of it just aren't great. Yes, you can color correct it in post, but this is more of a camera that's meant to be producing footage that is ready to go rather than footage that needs lots of editing. The fourth main issue I have is with battery life. I find that the most this can record in one go is about 20 minutes.
I did have a look at the battery life and it's at 69%. I've only recorded about 4 minutes of footage and a 10-minute time lapse. So the battery life is pretty weak if you're wanting to record for long periods of time.
It also gets very hot, and I wonder whether that interferes with the battery life as well. And finally, the last reason I regret getting the Go 2 is because I didn't get the Insta360 X3. So when I bought this camera, I knew that it was going to be wide angle, but since the X3 has been released, I've just been amazed by the footage. I do think that this camera can produce good footage, but it's just not really working for me as a content creator. So I would really like to know what you think of this camera. If you do have it, please comment below. If you've had any issues with this camera, again, I want to know your thoughts. If you found this video helpful, then thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video.